I dress so fresh, so clean. Hello guys, today I want to talk about a specific subject. I want to talk about something that most people would not agree on. And sure, there is an objective argument to be made against these things, but I believe that there is more to it. I believe that this actually makes sense. I believe that this argument that I'm going to present to you today, this hypothesis, is actually real. So there is a pandemic of soy boys. There is a pandemic of men who don't want to do shit, but they just want to track their calories. They want to do 10,000 steps a day. They want to hit every gym session and they don't want to have any fun. They don't want to actually put some risk on their shoulders, try to do something interesting in their life. They just want to be this housewife. And I know, props to you if that makes you happy, sure, but I just believe, I deeply believe, my logic says that a lot of men are just way too scared, they're way too passive, and thus they just miss out on a lot of fun. As you saw, this video is named that we should drink more, we should smoke more in our young years. We should have some fun, man. We should actually have some organic fun, some social fun, and we shouldn't deny these things and demonize these things to the extent that we have done it. Now, as someone who doesn't drink that much, someone who doesn't even smoke cigarettes, and as someone who, smokes weed sometimes, I wouldn't classify myself as a degenerate guy who does it way too much, right? And this is not my point. My point is not that you should smoke or drink on a daily basis or even a few times a week. I think it can be very destructive. It won't really give you the effect that you're looking for. What I want to make sure in this video is not to tell you that you should do it often or that you should have to do it every specific period of time to be a man. This is not that is not the point. I want to say that when you feel it, when you're with your boys out and it happens like once or twice a month or once in 2 months, then you should take the opportunity to order some tequila shots and fucking drink and not think about missing a gym session tomorrow because you miss one gym session but you go to 14 gym sessions then in a row, so one session would not ruin your life. The same happens with a blunt. You roll a blunt, there is like 6 of you, and all 5 people, they pass it around, they have their laughter, they feel this nice mellow feeling, and you're there like an outsider, looking at them like they just sniffed a line. And it looks very unnatural, it doesn't feel right, you feel out of place. Well, you have 2 options. You either have to change your social circle if you don't enjoy these people or you don't really have any commonalities anymore, you don't share the same values, the same perspectives, or you don't see them as being close to you in the future. That is fine. If you don't think that these people are close to you anymore, or you just don't feel at home with these people, then you should cut the contact, sure. But if you like these people, and if you actually enjoy their company, if you actually have fun with them, and they're actually your real mates, and if they decided to drink tonight, if they go on to drink a million beers, or they go on to drink some tequila shots, and you enjoy their company, you should not think about tomorrow's fucking gym session. You should not think about your fucking caloric deficit that you're in, which you're gonna break the night when you're gonna drink. You should stop caring and overanalyzing everything about your life, and you should start actually having fun sometimes when the fun is due, when the fun has to happen. These are the spontaneous moments. These are the moments when you guys get together and the energy is right, everything feels right, the vibe is right. You should go out and drink together if you feel like it. And if 5 of them drink and you're the 6th guy sitting on the side doing nothing, drinking his fucking water, then you're out of the place. And in this video, I don't want to promote degeneracy. I don't want to tell you again that this thing is smart to do on a long run or you have to do it too frequently. This is something that you should just feel like you have to do tonight because it's the right time for this, and you should do it and you should enjoy it. You should actually have fun with it. A good analogy is, I'm gonna go off the path a little bit. When you hit it raw, it's a lot better than when you use protection. The feeling, the sensation is a lot better. It is the same with drinking. If you go out and you drink water, the chances that you're gonna have a blast are a lot smaller than if you go on and drink some tequila shots or whiskey or beer, vodka, whatever you want to drink. The idea is that this is an enhancer. This will make the experience better. Sure, you might black out and you might feel horrible tomorrow, but you're like 19, 20, 21, 22. Like you're not a 47-year-old guy who has experienced many things in his life and doesn't enjoy it anymore. You're a young guy just starting to live. And when you are presented a chance to experience a blast with your friend group that you're going to remember forever, you should take it. You're presenting them in your head as only one dimensional. You just think about the health aspect. You understand that drinking or smoking or whatever you're about to do is bad for you health wise. It is true. It is 100% true. It is not good for your health, right? But you're 20. Do you have any health problems? If you have, sure, but you don't have any health problems. So you should not care about it as much. The second thing that directly connects is these experiences make your bond, make your friendships better. They give fuel to your friendship. They make it last longer, is what I want to say. They make the bond a lot stronger because you experience these funny things together. You actually have a story to tell to somebody else. The same goes with rolling a blunt. You know, it happens maybe a few times in a year. You're with the right friend group. You just feel like you want to roll a blunt. You roll a blunt, you get the munchies, you eat together, you laugh your ass off. It's a fun night. You're going to remember it. Like, it is actually something that breaks the monotony. It is something that keeps you sane. And this is what I'm trying to get here. These experiences, these degenerate things that are so demonized by the society are not bad. These are the things that keep you sane because they provide you social energy. They sharpen your social experiences. They sharpen your social skills and so on. So you being a smartass and denying the idea completely that drinking and smoking and whatever you're doing is bad, I think it is just not the right way to look at it. All these self-improvement gurus, all these people online have told you that you shouldn't drink, that you shouldn't smoke. And I know that you probably shouldn't. But these experiences bring so much more to the table than just health consequences. They bring a lot of good as much as they bring bad. And when you're young and when you're still invincible, the good that you're getting outweighs the bad that you're getting. At the end, the result is, the net is that you should probably have a blast with your friends and drink. And if you tell me that you don't like the taste of alcohol, bro, you're just pussy, just leave this channel. This is not for you, right? This is not for you. We're not talking about us liking the smell or us liking the taste of alcohol. This is about the effect. This is about what is gonna make your spirit wake up, what is gonna make you have a blast. This is not about your fucking taste buds. And when you start doing it too often, then it's bad. Then you should consider quitting because it can become a full-blown addiction, or it can become a habit that is gonna ruin your life slowly but surely. So you probably shouldn't drink or smoke too much. It's not gonna be good for you. You won't be able to do shit. Occasionally it's something else. It is something that you probably should do sometimes. I'm personally somebody who's gonna drink like 2 times in like 7, 8, 9 months. And then when summer comes around, I'm gonna drink like 15 days out of 30 in like July or August. Now, I know that this is destructive to my body. I know that I'm doing a lot of harm to my body, but I'm also aware that all of these experiences, all of these nice feelings that I'm getting, all of these people that I'm meeting, all of these girls that I'm meeting, it is so nice. It gives you almost a reason to live down the line. I've made so many good friends through all these experiences, and some of them have become literal brotherhoods. Like, they exceeded the lines of a friendship. We're now literal brothers because we extended our friendship. We broadened our friendship outside of drinking and going out. We actually do other activities. But to meet somebody, to actually come in contact with people organically, you have to go out there and you have to do some degenerate shit sometimes. You have to do something that you're maybe not willing to do to get into the group, to actually feel the vibe, to feel the atmosphere, and to meet some people that you might become very close friends with. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can deny my argument. You can try to be like Andrew Huberman and talk about your fucking hormones and your fucking sleep schedule and your fucking gym sessions. But you have to understand that you're not going to be young forever. You won't have this spirit forever. You won't be this energetic forever. You have to use it. You have to use your youth. I believe that alcohol consumption is very closely tied to social events, and we see a decline. We see a sharp decline in the last few years. A lot less drinking, you know, the companies that produce alcohol, they're seeing big losses. It is fully tied with young people becoming fucking grandpas and doing nothing and staying home and fucking playing video games all day. Like, you have to understand that to actually have a blast, you have to give up something. Like, you have to give up your time, you have to give up some of your energy, you have to ruin some other things. You have to compromise. Fuck your Andrew Huberman, fuck your David Goggins, fuck everybody, bro. I'm telling you, to be a fulfilled young dude, you gotta take some risks. You gotta do some stupid shit. You gotta go out with your friends in the forest, set up a camp, take like 120 beers, drink them all, have a blast, have a laughter, go to sleep, pack everything up tomorrow and go back to your hometown. Because the good sides outweigh the bad sides. Now, is there a chance that I would change my mind in 5 or 10 years? Maybe in 5 years, I watch this video, if it's still online, and I'm like, okay, this guy said a bunch of bullshit. You probably shouldn't drink, you probably shouldn't do all of these things that this guy said to do. But I believe I would not change my mind, because every time I talk to somebody that is older than me, they always mention their youthful years. They always mention, their early 20s, their late teens, having fun with their friends, going out, having all of these cool experiences. And like a lot of them involve substances. A lot of them involve going to a place which is probably not good for you in general, but having a blast there is what makes you have a good memory and something that you will talk about down the line. And all of these things actually broaden your character. They make you have a deeper character. They make you more mature. They make you have something to tell. They make you experience the life on earth in a more colorful way. I truly believe that guys that live a portion of their lives this way become mature faster and understand their environment a lot faster than a guy who sits at home and listens to his fucking mother and doesn't do anything but listens to fucking Goggins and all these retarded podcasts that he shouldn't do this, that he shouldn't do that, that he needs to fucking mew or whatever. But that is not the way men work. We're built to go out there to do bullshit and to try things out, to discover things, to experience things. That is what makes men stronger, smarter, more experienced, more interesting. Like, you actually want to be a person that is interesting to other people. You have to bring some value. You have to bring some color to the table. You have to bring some nice flavor to the table. You cannot go somewhere and have nothing to tell. Like, you will never meet anybody that is a cool person who has sit home the whole day for like 10 years. You're not gonna meet somebody like that. The coolest people you meet, the most interesting people you meet, are all these crazy dudes that have experienced so many things, that have done so many crazy things. And when you listen to them, you're like, oh my God, this guy actually lived life to his fullest. And you almost become jealous, because you think about all of these nights, you almost understand very quickly all of these weekends have been wasted by you playing, PUBG and just sitting at home doing nothing. I also believe that you should have a phase where you're like slower and you chill down and you focus more about different things. I understand it fully and I've been through that phase. But I also understand that there should be a wild phase. There should be a phase where you kind of go all in and you discover some other parts of you that you didn't know before. Agree or disagree, I think I sped some facts here. I think I actually make sense in what I'm saying. And if you don't understand me, if you think that I'm wrong, you can say in the comments why you think that. If you don't have a social circle, if you don't have a community, if you don't have a place to go out to drink, or you don't have a friend group, or just people in general with who you can like smoke or do whatever you're doing, then your story is a little different. I mean, you should actually focus on the basics and you should actually try to become close friends with somebody. And that is a topic for another video. But I'm now talking about guys who have active friendships, who have actual people who live outside and they live inside. They're always in front of their PC and do nothing else but play video games. I know I might sound like a boomer or somebody who's like older and like talks about like video games as something bad, but I already made a video talking about video games and defending video games, so I'm not that guy. I'm just a regular dude talking common sense about being a young dude. It is not normal when you're 18 to be focusing on running a business. That is my point. When you're 18, you should be a young dude doing stupid shit, trying to discover life, trying to find yourself, trying to find your purpose, trying to find friendships, trying to find a partner. You should have a different mindset about things. You should not care about your dropshipping store. Like, that should not be in your head when you're like a 17-year-old dude. That is not the point. You should not try to move to Dubai when you're 16, 17, 18. This is not the game you should play. This game has been propagated in your head from all of these bullshit gurus, all these retarded influencers. And because they were outsiders, because they didn't find their place in their community, they now went to Dubai where nobody knows anybody and there is no community whatsoever. And now they found their retarded lonely wolves that live there with them and they think they've made it. But living in Dubai would never be a place that represents people that made it. It's always going to be a tight community place. It's gonna be a place in Italy, in Spain, in South America, in Asia, in Greece, all of these small places, all of these tight communities, all of these nice places that would represent what actually is a meaningful way to live. Now I went off the topic. I will cut it here because we don't want to get too philosophical. We don't want to get too, political and whatever. So tell me down below if you agree or not. I think this is a hot take, but I think this take does make sense. And if you listen to this closely, I think you might actually agree, but no guarantees. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.